it's 7 of the Rockstar, and I am back as I have another little nook of time. I'm here to review an album and here to give my opinions on Sea of Cowards by The Dead Weather. Now, Jack White has been a busy man in the past year. Since the release of Whorehound, the first Dead Weather album in 2009, he's released a live White Stripes DVD, produced his wife's album, and recorded and produced this. Now, I certainly admire the fact that this came out less than a year after the first album. I love when artists are this prolific and this quick to come out with stuff. But is it any good? That's the question. Anthony Fantano was split on it, and I'm sure his review was much more convincing than mine will be, but whatever. What I like about this album is that it takes the blues rock from their first album and just continues down that path, but it takes it to much higher extremes, because it's just so much grittier, so much funkier, so much earthier. You just feel like you're in there and you're sweating with them. Whereas on the first record, you just felt, oh, they're playing blues guitar. And I really like that. They're so much tighter as a band on this second album. They really know how to play together. You can tell they're experienced together. They know how to play off each other, and they just always seem like they're in control. They know what they're doing, and they're cocky. Cockiness relates to the lyrics. These lyrics are at some point so cocky, bordering on the point of ridiculous at times. And while I could criticize them and just say they're dumb, I think they're mostly meant as a joke, even making fun of people who would take that kind of stuff seriously. And some of them are honestly funny to me, so I don't mind that. Now the singing is awesome to me. I really like the singing because on the first album you had Jack White and you had Alison Mosshart, and they were both singing, and you could clearly tell they were singing, and it was decent, it was good. But on this album, they match each other so evenly that sometimes you don't even know which one of them is singing, and it creates this really awesome parallel effect in my head. Now, it's true that Mosshart's accent while she sings here is very affected, but just like the lyrics, I also don't really take it that seriously, and I don't really care. So, all in all, really good album. It's short, but I would complain about its length, but since it came out less than a year after the first album, and also because it's such an attack-minded record, I kind of like the fact that it's short. It's short and sweet, it doesn't labor on too long. There are some tracks I don't really care for. I mean, I'm Mad isn't that good. No Horse isn't that good. Although I must say the whole second half, the whole second side of this plays like one long track, so that's kind of cool. Anyway, it's not ever going to be remembered as a classic. At the end of this decade, it probably won't be on Best of the Decade list. However, I guarantee you whenever you put this on, it will be an absolutely fun and awesome listen. So, can give this an 8 out of 10 because there's nothing I find really wrong with it, but there's also nothing that catapults it into glory above that. It's just a great record with great musicianship.